connecting. Okay. Well, so it's October 18th, 2011. My name is Dwayne Armstrong. I'm making this video from Kobe, Japan. And the reason I'm making this YouTube video, it's my first YouTube video. I've never appeared on YouTube personally speaking about anything, ever. But I had to do this because people are asking me what life is like in Japan now. You know, it's been 7 months since the Fukushima disaster, and that was the biggest news in the world at the time, and um, it was a main news story all over the world. But it quickly faded out of the mainstream media because the Japanese government and the Tokyo Power Electric Company, they were very skillful at controlling the information that was being released concerning what happened there. And because of their manipulations and censorship, people around the world are under the impression that things here are under control. That the Japanese government and TEPCO, Tokyo Electric Power Company, have things going in the right direction. That they have a roadmap, and they're going to have these reactors in cold shutdown by the end of this year. There's 4 of them that blew up, and it's a joke. You know, how are you going to put a nuclear reactor into cold shutdown after the cores have melted through the reactor, melted through the containment, melted through the pedestal that it sits on? It's all gone all the way through into the ground now. TEPCO admits that, at least for reactors 1, 2, and 3. They're not talking much about reactor 4, but the situation is that there is no reliable information coming out. So from the government, from the mainstream media too, because the media have been instructed not to release information unless it is cleansed and censored by the government censors. And I can prove that to you. Here is official. I'm going to read something to you. This is from Alexander Higgins' blog. This was April 19th, I think, like a month after the disaster. I'll read what he wrote on his blog here. The government of Japan has issued an official order to telecommunications companies and webmasters to censor reports which contradict the state media reports that the Fukushima nuclear radiation disaster is over. The government wants, this is back in April, they made this order, you know, to make it sound like the disaster is over. The supposedly free democratic nation of Japan, which supposedly values and promotes freedom of speech, has officially issued orders to telecommunication companies and webmasters to remove content from websites that counter the official government position that the disaster is over and there is no more threat from the radiation. It's a joke. The government charges that the damage caused by earthquakes and by the nuclear accident are being magnified by irresponsible rumors, and the government must take action for the sake of the public good. The project team has begun to send letters of request to such organizations as telephone companies, internet providers, cable television stations, and others, demanding that they take adequate measures based on the guidelines in response to illegal information. If the information is not cleared by the government, then it's illegal. The measures include erasing any information from internet sites that the authorities deem harmful to public order and morality. Source: Asia Pacific Journal. Well, and here's a note. I saw the executive order issued by Japan a week or 2 ago, but I could not find an English version anywhere. But I didn't report on it because the Japanese to English translated version of the order did not provide clear enough meaning. What I gathered from the order was that Japan ordered telecommunication companies to provide notices to websites and webmasters to remove messages from internet bulletin boards and websites that conflicted with the government reported version of events. If the websites and webmasters did not comply with telecommunications companies are to shut down offending websites, as this is considered a national security issue which is affecting public safety and contributing to public unrest. It also ordered that email communications be monitored to prevent the spread of false rumors. If you can find the original executive order, please send me a tip with the link. Okay, well, national security issue affecting public safety and contributing to public unrest. That's what, if you speak about Fukushima and you're not being cleared through the government, then you are a national security risk and you are endangering public safety. Even if you're trying to warn people that the radiation is spreading drastically all over the country right now because of the government's policies, but if you try to warn people and say anything, you could be considered a national security risk, and you will be monitored. And I don't know what will happen, but that's the situation that we're in right now in Japan. So no wonder the people I talk to who don't trust what the government's saying, most of the people I talk to don't trust what the government is, the government's story about what's happening with this disaster. And there are many troubling reports, and a lot of things are coming out now, even in the mainstream media. They can't keep this under a cloak of secrecy. It's impossible for them to do it because too many people are curious and asking and want to know. There have even been there have been reporters who have taken on jobs. They volunteered to work in the Daiichi reactors, to go in and help with the work that's needed there. They need thousands of bodies in there to do what they're doing, to try to make it look like they have this situation under control. And some of these people have been reporters, and they've gone in and they've talked to the workers. They've worked there themselves, and they know that the reports that are coming out of there, the government official version of the reports, are being they're not honest, they're not truthful, they're covering up too much, and the people do not trust the government. So I don't see how a government lying and deceiving the people is good for the public safety and for the public order. It's just pissing people off, and it's gonna backfire on the government sooner or later. And so anyway, I'm going to keep making these videos to keep people informed about what life is like here in Japan. It's 7 months since the accident, and I'll try to make one of these videos every day and post it up on YouTube. I don't know who wants to watch it, if anybody watches it or not, I don't know, but I'm going to do it, and because I feel like I have to say something if I'm going to stay in Japan and keep my sanity. Okay, that's all for now. Peace and love, over and out.